The story begins with a man named Josh who is planning to steal $20 million from a billionaire's penthouse along with his friends. The surprising part was that none of them had stolen anything yet. So how did the story reach this point? A few days ago, Josh used to work in a tall building called the Tower. On the top floor of this building, known as the penthouse, lived a rich man named Arthur who was known for investing money. Josh trusted him a lot. That is why he gave Arthur all the pension money of his workers so he could invest it well and give them good returns when they retire. One day, when Josh came to work in the morning, the building manager Mr. Simon told him to meet Charlie who was about to come in half an hour. When Josh went to Charlie's office, he saw that Charlie was 20 minutes late. Josh scolded him and said maybe he would lose his job today. But Charlie said that he was already very worried because his wife, who was also Josh's sister, was about to have a baby. After some time, Mr. Simon told Josh that he had to empty a man named Funzo's penthouse because he had not paid rent for a long time. Funzo used to be very rich but lost all his money. Josh told him to leave soon. Funzo asked for some more time and Josh agreed. In the evening, when Josh was going home, a worker named Lester at the gate told him that he would retire next year because he had invested his money in a good place. During this time, they saw a car parked outside the building for the last 2 days. Then suddenly, some people came out of it and Josh felt that maybe something bad was about to happen. He quickly told Lester to shut the door. Then he went inside and told everyone that there could be danger. They checked the cameras but saw nothing. Later they found out that some people had taken Arthur away. Josh ran after them to help Arthur. But suddenly, a woman attacked Josh and made him fall, and at the same time a truck turned over on the road. Josh tried to tell everyone that Arthur was innocent. But the woman said that she was a police agent and Arthur was trying to run away after doing a big fraud. It was found that Arthur had cheated people for millions of dollars. That is why all his property was blocked. When Josh returned, he told everyone that Arthur had used their pension money for himself. Everyone became very angry because they lost their retirement savings. Sometime later, the news came that Arthur got bail by paying $10 million. But he could not leave his penthouse until the government allowed it. Then Agent Claire told everyone that the penthouse was now like a jail. She asked Arthur about a special car parked there. Arthur said it was a 1963 Ferrari 250 GT that used to belong to a man named T. McMean. He said he bought the car for $1 million. Now the car was worth more than $10 million. Before leaving, Arthur told George to send his food to the penthouse because now he was stuck there. Later, Josh asked Claire if Arthur was really innocent and how everyone would get their money back. Claire said it would be better to tell everyone the truth that Arthur was guilty. When Josh was going home, he saw some police officers taking his old friend Slide away. But since Slide was already involved in bad things, Josh did not pay much attention. After some time, we see Lester walking towards the railway track. Friends, if you are watching this video, then do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. A few hours later, Josh got a phone call and he rushed to the hospital. There, Charlie told him that Lester was about to jump in front of a train. But luckily, a police officer saved him just in time. When Josh met Lester, he said that a few months ago he gave all his savings, which was $73,000, to Arthur for investment. But now all his money was gone. Then Josh went straight to the penthouse to talk to Arthur. But Charlie stopped him and said they could not go upstairs yet. At that moment, Fitzu came and said he was going to jail and that his wife and kids had left him. Josh asked Fitzu when Arthur found out that all his money was gone. Fitzu said maybe 1 year ago. Josh asked if he knew it already, then why did he take $73,000 from Lester 2 months ago? Fitzu said maybe he took it to keep living a comfortable life. Finally, Charlie allowed Josh to go upstairs. They told the FBI agents that Josh had brought breakfast. Then Josh asked Arthur why he took money from Lester. Arthur said he did him a favor by investing his money. Then Charlie told them that last night Lester tried to take his own life. After hearing this, Josh picked up a golf club and walked towards Arthur's expensive car. Arthur got scared and said not to do something he would regret later. Josh asked if he even cared a little. Arthur said yes, he felt very bad. And you did not even ask if Lester is alive or dead. After hearing that, Josh broke the car window. Later, Mr. Simon called everyone to his office and said that whatever Arthur did was one thing. But what Josh and his friends did was also wrong. So he fired them all. Before leaving, Josh said goodbye to Miss Labika for her law exam. Then he said goodbye to the rest of the staff and left. That night, Josh met Claire at the club and said he wanted to help his team get their hard-earned money back. As Josh was about to leave, Claire asked if he was going to drink. A little later we see that both of them were drunk and had lost control. Claire said he should not say this, but Arthur had hidden $20 million for his safety. But the FBI had not found the money yet. After hearing this, Josh looked shocked and stared at Claire. His mind started working fast. The next day he went to the tower to get a notebook from his old office. He looked at some safes and finally called Charlie and Fitzu to his home. Actually, Josh had a special plan in his mind. Josh said that some time ago Arthur had done some repair work in his house. Josh believed that Arthur might have hidden the $20 million inside a wall during that time. The FBI did not find the safe because it was not in a normal place. Now Josh had a plan to steal that money from the penthouse. For this he needed help from Charlie, Avery and Fitzu. Fitzu got scared right away. Charlie stood up to leave. He said that none of them knew how to steal. They were all honest people who never hurt anyone. So how could they steal 20 million? Josh said he knew someone who could help them. Then we see that Slide was in jail. A police officer came and said that his bail was done. As soon as Slide came out, Josh was standing there. Josh said he needed Slide's help. Josh took him in the car and started joking. Slide got angry and drove the car faster. Josh stopped him and said that he wanted to steal the $20 million Arthur had hidden. Soon Josh introduced him to his team. Josh told everyone that Slide had been to jail many times, so he knew everything about stealing. But when Slide found out that none of them had ever stolen anything, he refused. He said stealing could bring problems and beginners could not handle that. Josh said they all wanted to learn. That is why they called Slide. Then Slide told them to steal one item each from a mall. If they did that, he would help them. All three of them stole something, though they were scared. They all met again at Josh's house. There they planned the next step. Josh explained how they would avoid the cameras and security guards to reach the penthouse. While they were planning, Claire knocked on Josh's door and they all hid quickly. Later Claire told Josh that Arthur would be declared innocent and released next week. The grandmother had decided to file a case against Josh for breaking the Ferrari's window. But if Josh said sorry, she would not file the case. Finally, Josh went to say sorry to Arthur, so he could look at the penthouse carefully. Later, when Claire was dropping Josh at home, she gave him the video of him breaking the Ferrari. Claire said watching that video made her feel calm. Before leaving, Arthur asked Claire if she would go out with him on Saturday night. Claire happily said yes. Later, when Josh came home, his family was upset because he started liking an FBI agent. But soon they talked about their main plan. Slide said the safe would be hard to open because he had never opened such a strong safe. Slide said they needed to find someone who could open big safes. At that time, Josh got an idea and met the girl who worked in the tower. Josh showed her the safe and asked if she could open it. The girl said there were many hidden locks inside. She said it would take about 15 minutes to open it. Later we see Slide learning how to open the safe from that girl. The next morning, Josh and his friend were watching the tower. Then they saw Charlie entering the tower. Josh asked for an explanation. Charlie said Mr. Simmons had given him the job again. Now he was working for the tower. Charlie refused to join Josh's plan. He said he needed the job for his wife and child. That's why he will not help in the theft. On the other hand, Agent Claire found out that Arthur's court date was changed to Thanksgiving Day. At the same time, Arthur said that even though he apologized, he would still file a case against Charlie. Then Claire called George and told him that Arthur's court date had been changed. Now Charlie will be sent to jail this week. When Thanksgiving Day arrived, Josh got the news that Charlie's wife was traveling by train to visit her relatives. He told his friend to steal her phone. Meanwhile, Charlie was supervising work inside the tower. On the other side, Josh's friend stole the phone from Charlie's wife. Arthur was being taken to court. A while later, Josh's friend returned, and at that moment, Josh saw Slide heading towards the tower wearing a special suit. He said this was not part of the plan. Josh said that Slide had tricked them and wanted to steal all the money alone. Inside the tower, Charlie suddenly got a message that his wife was about to give birth. He panicked and left the tower. As soon as he left, Josh and his friends began their work. In a short time they quietly entered the tower. We now see that Slide was sitting in Mr. Simmons' office wearing the suit. He lied and said that he had come from the bank to check the apartment repairs. At the same time, the rest of the staff was busy celebrating someone's birthday. Josh and his team saw Simmons going in the elevator with Slide, so they rushed upstairs using the stairs. As soon as Slide entered the apartment, he suddenly locked Simmons in one room. On the other hand, a woman brought cake for the FBI agent. She was allergic to chocolate. After eating the cake, the agent fainted. Meanwhile, after Slide entered the elevator, Josh and his friends shut it down. Then Slide opened the roof of the elevator and started climbing up. We see that Josh and his team had already reached the penthouse. They turned off all the cameras. After that, they quickly started looking for the safe. After a while, Josh found a wall that was empty inside. He happily started breaking it. But Slide came from behind and pointed a gun at him. At the same moment, Odessa pointed her gun at Slide's head. Then Fiju took the chance and snatched the gun from Slide. He controlled Slide and Odessa went to open the safe. On the other hand, when Agent Claire reached the court with Arthur, she found out that the court was closed today and the judge was on leave. Claire became suspicious that something was wrong. So she immediately headed back to the tower with Arthur. Meanwhile, Charlie also returned to the tower because he was misled with a fake message. In reality, his wife was not at the hospital. Janley quickly went to the security room and asked if Josh had come inside. But no one had seen Josh. On the other side in the penthouse, Odessa finally managed to open the safe. But as soon as the safe opened, everyone was shocked because it was completely empty. Seeing this, Slide said he was leaving. Suddenly he tried to take the gun back from Fiju. During the struggle, the gun fired by mistake and hit Ferrari. On the other side, Josh looked at the car and was surprised when he looked at the paint. The entire car was made of gold. Then he realized it was worth about $45 million. Now everyone decided together that they would steal this car. But they couldn't take it out straight from the building. Then Josh got an idea. The tower had a big machine used to clean the windows. So Charlie pulled it out and everyone started preparing to take the car outside. On the way back in the car, Claire told Arthur that she felt someone was robbing her house. Because someone gave her the wrong court date on purpose to send her out today. On the other side, they attached the car to the lift and pushed it out of the window. Fiju was slowly bringing the car down to his apartment floor. But then the FBI agent standing outside became suspicious. Charlie told Fiju to pull the car inside quickly. But he got scared. Meanwhile, the FBI agent started knocking on the door. Josh and Slide began to slide down using ropes. Fidzo tried to pull the car inside, but he got stuck and almost fell off with the car. Finally, Josh and Slide climbed down and entered his flat. Just as Fidzo's hand slipped, Josh quickly grabbed it and saved him from falling. Meanwhile, the agent's car got stuck in traffic. A police officer said they would have to take the route above the park. Josh and Slide successfully pulled the car inside. Just then Charlie arrived. He was very angry at Josh because he was putting his life at risk just for the car. But when Josh explained that the car was made of pure gold and worth $45 million, Charlie joined them. They then started thinking about how to take the car out of the building using the lift. They stopped the lift on the floor below them. Josh was searching for the car key when he found a notebook. It contained details about all of Arjun's illegal activities. Josh kept the notebook for himself. Everyone then placed the car on the lift. Meanwhile, Claire, along with her team and Archer, rushed into the tower. Josh and his team were still standing on the lift roof when Anika said that the security system was now out of her control. The lift started moving quickly downwards. After a while, the lift stopped and they all went inside. The lift quickly started moving upwards and Josh was worried the car might hit the ceiling. But they barely managed to avoid it. Josh then asked Slide where he had parked his truck. Josh immediately called Lester and told him the plan had changed. They would get the car out of the tower at any cost. Meanwhile, when Arthur and the agents reached the penthouse, they were shocked to see the car safe and sound. Claire explained that Arthur had hidden the vault behind a wall and had kept it secret from the FBI. Because of this, his bail was cancelled and he was now going to the police station. Claire went to the security room and saw that the truck was leaving the tower quickly. She immediately realized the car was inside it. On the other hand, Lester was driving the truck through the crowd but was surrounded by the police in an alley. When they opened the truck, it was empty. Claire angrily asked Lester where his team was. Lester acted ignorant and said he didn't know. Soon Josh and his team were arrested for stealing the car. The police put everyone in the same truck with Arthur and started taking them to the station. On the way, Arthur said he would be back in his penthouse soon, but the rest of them would spend years in jail. Josh replied, "We'll spend a few years, but you will spend your whole life in jail." Josh told him he had found the notebook containing details of his crimes. Hearing this, Arthur got scared. He offered to pay 10% of the car's value, which was $45 million, but Josh reminded him that bribing was illegal in the tower. Later, a lawyer who had just graduated 3 days ago went to the FBI office. He handed over the notebook and said that Josh and his team should be freed. The police promised they would release them but told Josh that he would have to stay in jail for 2 years, which he agreed to. Then we see Slide on the tower roof. He removed the swimming pool cover and discovered that they had hidden the car in the water. Meanwhile, Charlie was happy with his wife because they had a beautiful baby girl. On the other hand, Arthur was sentenced to life imprisonment and Josh got only 2 years. A few days later, boxes were delivered to the homes of the tower's employees. When they opened the boxes, everyone was happy to see that they contained different parts of the gold car. Even in jail, Josh had a smile on his face. If you liked the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, see you in the next video.